First, let's begin with your name and title for folks. What is that?
Pastor David Wiggins, and I am the pastor of Grace Fellowship Bible Church.
Pastor Wiggins, tell me about your experience, your calling, as it were. How did that come about?
I've always felt the call was placed upon my life, even as early as 5 years old. I remember when we were in children's church in Detroit, Michigan. I remember in children's church. I don't remember the exact lesson, but when the conductor of the children's church had made the invitation for people to be baptized, I was compelled, even at 5 years old, to be baptized. I remember them carrying me. I don't remember who the usher was, but they literally carried me up to the front of the church because it was such a great distance from the children's church up to the pulpit. And I was baptized at 5 years old. And as I got older, I really felt the call to ministry, so much so that I ran from it. I ran so hard, and I'll never forget, I was going to try out for my high school swim team. And part of the process was that we had to get a physical and bring that up to the school. So I was on my way to my doctor's office to get my physical. And the next thing I know, they're calling the ambulance to come and get me from the doctor's office. And I remember they had to have called my mom. And I say that because I remember as they had gotten me into the ambulance, my mom had climbed up and got into the ambulance with me. As they closed the door, I remember my sister driving the car at the time, and the last thing that I remember was the ambulance reversing to let me out at the hospital. 3 weeks later, I wake up at a brand new hospital, not knowing what had transpired. In my mind, what was going on with me, I was at church talking to my grandmother and some of her friends who had long been gone, long deceased. And it was just clear as day. I was in 11th grade. It was clear as day. Stop running and preach my word. I had no other alternative but to preach. And so I've been preaching ever since.
Wow. That is such a powerful testimony.